All right, guys, welcome back to another video of Shaman J, the MacBook Neo. Let's get into it. I've had this for going on 2 weeks now, and I have to say, I'm way more impressed than I thought I would be. So if you don't know, I got rid of my Mac Mini, not for this, but I got rid of my Mac Mini so I could be a little bit more portable again because I have this nice 6K monitor, and I bought a 2026 1 terabyte space black MacBook Pro, and that is now my main machine. And this one right here, this MacBook Neo, has become my secondary. Like, this is my travel laptop. It's my laptop that I'm going to use like just wherever. Now, so I want to address a few things here with this laptop. First of all, it's extraordinarily lightweight. I'm kind of tossing it around. The laptop is just great. The hardware itself, it is built so premium, and it's like any other. It's like holding a lightweight MacBook Pro. So the hardware on here, you really don't have to worry about it. It's really good. And this is, having this almost 2 weeks now, I've learned a lot because I've used this literally every day. So the hardware on it, man, it feels premium. It's not going to feel like you paid $500 for this laptop in comparison to other laptops that are Windows laptops and some of the laptops that are plastic. And I have several. So this just feels premium. You know that you're getting a product that feels premium. It's nice and compact. It's lightweight. It's just a all-around great feel for a laptop of this size. And I think they got it right with the 13-inch. It would have been cool to see a 12-inch version, but the 13 is a sweet spot. It doesn't have that cutout at the top anymore, like the little dip in the top right on the camera. They just kind of leveled it off and just put a regular screen there. And I think this is really going to be appealing to a lot of people who, well, especially the people who, well, Apple people will really like this, but other people who have never had a MacBook and didn't have that dip at the top where the camera cutout is, they'll, Apple people will be like, yeah, I like this. But other people will just say, oh, it looks cool, or it looks normal, I should say. But in the end, the screen, I think they did extraordinarily well with this screen. The 13 inches is more than enough. 500 nits peak brightness. Folks, that's actually really good for a laptop. When you look at some peak brightnesses on laptops, there's plenty of them that are not 500. And so you end up having this very bright, vivid display. And it's going to please a lot of people. You should be fairly excited and happy to use this display for watching content, sending your emails, doing whatever you're doing with it. The display is not going to disappoint. Now, normally I put a matte screen protector on my laptops, but I think I'm going to go with a clear one on this. I'm not sure yet. I like the no glare at certain angles, and if I tilt this around to the right angle, there you go. There's some glare. And so that's why I use matte screen protectors on a lot of things that's, canvases like this. I think it just makes for a better experience when viewing. Now, let's talk about the keyboard, which has no backlit. There's no backlit keyboard on here. And I found it not to be a problem because the keys are not white, but they're like a different color gray, like a silver color. And so at night, if I am using this, the screen actually lights up the keyboard enough to where I don't type looking at the keyboard anyway. So, that's kind of it takes care of itself. Would I have liked a backlit keyboard? Yes, that would have been pretty cool. But I understand they have to cut corners somewhere. And a lot of people will buy this 256 gig version just because you can get it for as low as $500 with your educator's discount. And so this is going to be a MacBook that gets everyone into the Apple ecosystem. Apple is just looking to take over with this laptop. This is exactly what they're doing. And they were already kind of running the laptop space just like the iPad space, I feel. But I could be wrong. I don't know the numbers of sales of MacBooks versus Windows computers. But I'm sure some of you experts will jump in the comments and let me know, Jay, no, Windows still outsold them. Have at it. I appreciate your feedback and input on that. But for me, I don't think I could regularly use a Windows laptop anymore after having my first MacBook about 10 years ago. I don't even remember when I first got one. But this particular laptop coming in at such an affordable price, Apple is for sure looking to take over. And in not having a backlit keyboard, that's not going to be a deterrent for a lot of people. I just don't think that it will. Furthermore, the keyboard is absolutely great for typing. And if you're coming from other Macs, like I said, I have the new MacBook Pro sits right off the view of the camera here, and the trackpad is something that I didn't have to get used to. It's just different than the touch sensitive trackpad. You can tell that this is a real trackpad, like there's actual clicking, opposed to the haptic feedback of the other MacBooks that I have. So yeah, I think this is definitely a good trackpad. It's not very big because the laptop isn't very big, but I think they probably could have fit a little bit more space in there. Maybe a little bit bigger, but in the end, it's definitely big enough for this size laptop. And I don't think a lot of people will be disappointed with the trackpad or the keyboard. Another area where it really shines is that front camera right there. Now I'm going to go ahead and do this real time for you and show you. I'm going to open up photo booth. I'm just going to take a photo real quick. And the photos, I mean, I've already shown you the video cameras and capabilities of this camera, comparing it next to my MacBook Pro. But I'm going to go ahead and take a photo here. And I'm going to show it to you. It does an extraordinary job. Like, this photo is ridiculously good. The camera on here totally surprised me, and then I didn't see much difference in video when comparing to my MacBook Pro, the new one. I didn't see a lot of difference in quality when I was just comparing them side by side. While the MacBook Pro is a hair better for sound and it has more options, folks, I'm just being honest. I could use either one. It really wouldn't really matter. The microphones are a lot better on the Pro, and the camera, I think they're about the same, just not too much different, but different enough. So that's another strong suit about this freaking laptop. It is just that good. So you couple that great keyboard. I mean, it's a great keyboard with a wonderful camera. Think about the price point again. Think about the price point that you're getting this at, where $500 is just knocking it out of the park for this. You're getting it. You think about Apple kind of played a lot of people though, because this laptop matches some of their other laptops. May not match it in power, like for editing and stuff like that, but it's right there, folks. What much more do you need? So you've got a great camera, and by far this camera is definitely better than some of the previous generation older MacBooks. You've got a nice keyboard, premium hardware, the newer design as well. These speakers right here on the front part, they just have them closer to you, folks. They don't sound the best. They're not that loud. And as I go into that part of the review here, that's a con for me, is that the speakers just aren't that loud. But we all have Pro earbuds of some kind. These are my AirPod Pros 2s, I think it is. So I've got things that I could do to get quality sound out of this laptop. And I found that the Bluetooth sounds amazing. And then also plugging in sounds really good. I mean, this is just a thing. So I think Apple has done a wonderful job with this. Now, another area where I think it really shines heavy is the battery life. The battery life is great on this thing. It's great. It easily takes me through a week. And I think I only charge it maybe once a week because I'm on it every day, but I like to limit my screen time. So as long as I have a full charge on it at the beginning of the week, it'll probably last me the entire week. Even if I do a little bit of video editing on it, which isn't much, just using iMovie, which is what I use when I'm using my MacBooks now. I have the Final Cut Pro, but I'm not an advanced creator like that. I don't do a lot of B-roll and all these extra stacks. And so I just choose to use iMovie for a lot of stuff, or I'll just do a direct upload. I think that makes it easier on me. So with this laptop, the battery life should take most people. Now, if you're doing a lot of data entry, which is where this laptop will shine, data entry, it will shine because it's going to be a laptop that students would enjoy, or people who run a company where you're pretty much doing a lot of data entry, you will enjoy this because the battery life is going to be superb for you. And again, people doing photo editing and just all these different things like that, editing is where you can really drain the battery. It can do it as well, but that's where you're really going to pull a lot of battery. And also, you know that when you have a camera going, you're pulling battery. When you're doing the videos, you're pulling battery, but it's not pulling that much. It's not going to drain the battery too fast. And I found that this laptop's battery can last me at least 5 days, for the amount of screen on time that I have it on. And I'll use it for several hours each day. And it lasts me till like Monday through Friday, basically. And I'll plug it up on Saturday or Sunday. And at that time, the battery isn't completely depleted. It's just down into the 25 to 20 to between 15 and 25 at that time. And so your battery life will differ, but it's just a matter of, you determining what you're going to do with the laptop. And again, that editing and a lot of video recording, that is where you're going to shock any product, not just this laptop, but any product when you're using the camera a lot or doing heavy intensive graphic things, you are going to push that processor and you're going to push that battery. So Wi-Fi connectivity is really strong on here. It would be really nice to have a 5G version of this and charge, $650 for it? I don't know, $550, I don't know, but it would be a great thing to have this in a 5G setting. Oh man, it would kill. But you don't really need that because you just link it just connects directly to your iPhone automatically on the go, and which is how I like to use things. So this laptop is really good, with a few cons being the weak speaker. The speakers are a little weak on the speaker volume. You have to crank it way up to get some sound out of it. Or you have to be in a really quiet area. And most of the time I'm in a quiet area, so it's not really a big deal. But I gotta say, this laptop is way more than what a person could actually need. And so there are gonna be people out there that the tech enthusiasts in the tech world will focus on the processor inside. But I say, and I still have an M1 MacBook Air, the original joint, and it is from 2020 and it is in mint condition and it works like new. However, there'll be people wanting to come from that laptop to this laptop. And I won't ever recommend you, especially, okay, now if you're doing video editing and just really, again, a lot of stuff like that, I don't recommend that you switch to this from that. At least don't sell your M1 because I think you're going to get a better experience as far as how fast it processes things. But it renders my videos fairly fast. It's just that, it's not an M-line. It's a A18 Pro in here, and it is absolutely great, folks. It does editing very well, but I don't know that it would compare to a Pro, an M-line. But some people will do the test, and they'll be happy with it, and they'll say it's enough. But I would not switch from, I wouldn't sell an M-line to go to this line, not yet. So the next version of this is definitely going to come because this laptop can't stay in stock. And maybe it's caught up by now. I haven't checked, but I got to tell you, this is an impressive laptop. And with just a few cons for most people, now I'm naming these cons, but they're not really cons for me. It's not something that would hinder me to say, don't tell you not to buy it. Folks, the fact is, buy this laptop. If you have a Windows laptop, and you want to get a new laptop and your Windows laptop is old, buy this laptop. If you have one of the old Intel Macs, buy this laptop, period. You're going to save a lot of money and you're going to get a much better feeling, better premium, just everything. It's just going to be a better experience for you all around. I'm telling you, you are going to enjoy this laptop. Hands down, it is a win all over again. And Apple just continues to impress with some of the things that they do. They could have done this a long time ago, but it's about that timing. And so, I recommend this laptop. The speaker is, less than ideal for a lot of people, but for me, it's fine. And having no backlit keyboard, that doesn't bother me at all. Just a ton of things that make this such a great purchase. And if you're in school, get this laptop. There's no other way to say it. You're getting into the complete. You don't even have to have an iPhone. You go in there, create your App ID. Now you have access to iMessage, FaceTime, all these different things that you didn't have access to if you didn't want to buy an iPhone or an iPad. And that's another thing. Also have the 13-inch M3 or M4 iPad with the keyboard combination. It weighs a ton more than this, and it costs a lot more. Yes, it's more powerful, but an iPad over a laptop, a MacBook that is, no. I know there's no touchscreen or anything like that, but no, just no. The iPad already cost a lot more. And then when you add on the keyboard and all of those accessories, you're spending 3 times the cost basically almost. So I say MacBook Neo over the iPad on its worst day. That's just how I feel about it. So it's your man Jay. Hope you guys enjoyed. I love this thing. I'll follow up again. Take care.